Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Capricorn for the second half of March 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com. Everything will be in the description. If you would like a personal reading, please go through my website. Just want to get one more card for everyone. This is, like I said, is Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you're dealing with a Capricorn, you can watch as well. It's a general reading, so, feel free to watch your Sun and Moon Risings as well. All right, let's get started, Capricorn. It looks to me like you are formatting, plotting, making a decision. You've got something going on here. You've got this Nine of Wands. So you're observing, you're looking at all the things you've accomplished. You're kind of up on this precipice, kind of looking back, going, okay, I've made this happen. I don't know about this. It looks like you're also considering something else. And when I say that, you have the Nine of Wands, and we all know what the Ten of Wands is. The Ten of Wands is that person that's like bent over and burdened, carrying a bunch of stuff, looking like they're going to sink right into the ground. A lot of people are getting this Nine of Wands card right now. We do have a Mercury retrograde going on. Be very careful. What I've told people right now, be very careful. When you get this Nine of Wands, be very careful what you choose to take on, because the next card is the Ten of Wands. And Ten of Wands is about being burdened, and like I was just talking about. So be very, very careful what you take on moving forward. And like I said, it looks to me like you're planning, you're thinking about something, you're considering making this leap. You're considering leaping off this precipice and going to something else. But it's a calculated decision, and that's a really good thing, because the Wands fire energy, very intense, and you don't want to make any rash decisions. So that's why I'm saying that Nine of Wands, I kind of like to see the pause happening there. Now, you have right here the Page of Wands, right? Which is, I couldn't tell if it was the Page or the Queen. I was looking fast, but you have the Page of Wands, which actually skips right over the Ten of Wands, because it goes Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, Page of Wands. You've skipped over that Ten of Wands. So it looks to me like you will be moving forward with whatever this thing is that you're deciding, but you will not burden yourself in the process, because you skip right over that 10 and you head right to this page. And the pages are often message givers. It's bringing you a message. And this Page of Wands is you, like I said, you're skipping over the 10, skipping over being burdened and being put upon by this decision, and you're moving on. And like, to me, it looks successful. It looks like you're going to be able to take some action, but the action's not going to burden you and put you in a place where you feel suffocated by whatever it is. So you do have, in the back of your mind here, you've got this Nine of Swords. This is looking over your shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and you can see that here. And how fast is this person going to move forward when they're turned looking behind them? What this is telling me is, if you are going to take this step, take this leap, take it. Don't be looking behind you when you do. Think if you were trying to jump over like a crevice, and you were going to jump over it running and jumping and pulling all your momentum forward, you're probably going to make that jump. If you were told, well, you can make this jump, I want you to go ahead, but I'd like you to look behind you the whole time you're doing it, and then try and see if you can make it across that crevice. See how well that's going to work out. It's the same thing here. If you're going to take the leap, fully invest, take it face forward and do it. Don't take the leap if you're going to be doing this, looking behind you, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for something bad to happen. If you're going to make the leap, but be fully invested in it. Don't have one foot left on the one bank and think you're going to be able to look behind you and make it to the other side, because you're not going to make it. So to me, this decision that you're making, be fully invested or don't do it, whichever the case may be. Now, this is interesting. You also have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is, again, same thing, a point of observation. And they're actually looking at each other, which I think is really interesting. So if you are going to make this leap, and I think that you are, know that after that, you'll again be stopping to evaluate, stopping to decide what the next move is, because we always have to be moving forward. We've always got to be moving forward. And, you guys are an earth sign. This is a lot of fire energy that's happening to you. And that's a little bit stressful, because it's almost like you're being sort of pulled out of your comfort zone. But that being said, what's that quote? You know, there's no growth unless you're in your outside of your what is that? Oh, what is that? I'll have to look that up. The way that you grow is being outside of your comfort zone. Basically, my brain can't make that happen. Can't connect that right now. Anyways, under the 9 of Wands and the Page of Wands, which I love this because you make that step over the 10, over the burden, your clarifying card is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about luck turning in your favor. So I absolutely think that whatever this is that you want to do, you have the ability to absolutely to do it and to be very successful. Now here you have the Page of Wands, which is this message from the universe saying go for it, and then you have this, but I don't know, I'm a little worried, I'm not so sure what I want to do, and bad things might happen. What's coming up behind me? In clarifying that, you have the Two of Swords. This is saying you have to make a decision. And that's exactly what I said about this. You can't leap over this crevice and be looking behind you. You have to make a decision. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. But not making a decision is still making a decision to do nothing. So be very mindful of that. When you start to hem and haw and you start to get nervous, just make the decision. Whether you're going to do it or you're not, decide and be done with it, because it's just going to keep you in that state of limbo, of nothing happening. Now, with the 9 of Swords and the 2, this is all about, if you make the decision, you're going to have to evaluate and get ready for what's next. And if you don't make the decision, you're still going to have to evaluate and get ready for what's next. So it says to me, make the decision either way, because either way, you're going to have to decide what you're going to do in the future. The beautiful thing is, with these 2 cards, you have the King of Swords. So you are going to be able to be very objective about this decision, and you'll be able to take a piece of paper and write good things and bad things and make a list on each side, and through that you'll objectively, because the swords are all in your brain, all objective thinking. This is not emotional in any way, shape, or form. All objective, which is exactly what you need in a situation like this, because it's very highly charged. It's very physically charged. Like, you actually physically want to move forward with something, but this King of Swords is going to be able to help you decide just using your brain and alone. I always say this is the kind of card, the King and the Queen both, where it's like someone else is telling you the story, like a friend of yours or someone you don't even know is coming to you and saying, this is the situation I'm in, what would you do? And because you're totally objective and outside of the emotion and the action of this, you can say, oh, we'll do this and do that, and don't do that. It doesn't make any sense. You'll be able to be totally objective in this decision. So I'm really excited to hear what it is that you have going on, what you're deciding on, and what you're choosing to do moving forward. Please let me know in the comments or get a hold of me by my email in the description, and I would love to hear. Thank you so much for watching.